Oh, yes, please. I'll take that glass of water. Thank you. Thank you so much. Cheers. Cheers. Refreshing. Did you feel that at all? That maybe little bit of sensation that you wanted to also take a drink of water? Or maybe not necessarily that you wanted to, but maybe even that you were taking a drink of water. So we have these things called mirror neurons. That's right, mirror. Like you're looking into a mirror, neurons. And mirror neurons act as if we were actually doing something. So in this particular example, as I was drinking that glass of water, I actually had neurons firing to help me in my body and my mind through that process of drinking water and then allowing that to go through my system appropriately, right? Simultaneously, in your own system, you had your own mirror neurons firing, which simply means that without doing the behavior or going through the activity of drinking water, your neurons were firing as if you were drinking the water. So even though you weren't actually doing the activity, you had these particular neurons called mirror neurons that were firing just as if you were participating in that same exact behavior. Now, I'm certainly not an expert in this area, and it's actually a newer science that's coming out, a newer understanding of our human physiology, but it is a very interesting concept, and the reason I bring up mirror neurons is because mirror neurons drive our reasoning for utilizing matching and mirroring as humans. So if you're not familiar with that, I'll touch on it in future videos, but the idea is we match and mirror what another person does as we start to feel rapport. As we start to feel comfortable with another individual, we'll start to do their actions, we'll start to do their hand motions or their facial expressions. And that's when you know you're starting to gain a comfort level and a trust level with another individual. So again, I'm going to touch on this topic more specifically down the road about matching and mirroring and how we can utilize that to make that more effective connection with another person or a group of people. But I just want to make you aware that we do have these things called mirror neurons, which essentially put us into the same state of behavior or feeling and firing off those particular neurons if we're watching someone else. So another example might be if I say, raise your hand, or if I'm talking to you and just saying out loud that I'm raising my hand, as you hear me say that and as you see my hand going up, your body and your mirror neurons will start to fire off those particular neurons necessary to participate in that behavior of raising your own hand. So those neurons fire even though you're not actually raising your hand. Does that make sense? It's just a really interesting aspect of human physiology and how our bodies work, how our minds work, and that mind-body interaction, especially not just mind-body interaction with ourselves, but the mind-body interaction that starts to occur as we're connecting with other people. Again, I certainly don't claim to be an expert on mirror neurons or the science behind it, but it's something I've looked up and it's something that I'm going to pay more attention to and start to dig deeper on. And as I gain more information, certainly I want to share it with you because I think it's a very powerful knowledge base to have when it comes to being able to connect more effectively with another person or a group of people. Because as we can better understand how we connect with another person or a group of people, we can then become and put ourselves in a better position to connect more effectively, get that positive, valuable message across more effectively so that people or groups of people make the changes necessary to take themselves to a different level in order to achieve their goals or the group's goals or the firm's goals or the team's goals or that person's goal within a particular relationship. That's all I had for you today. Mirror neurons. Look them up, check them out, and start to get more informed around what they do and how they can be beneficial for you to understand how mirror neurons work. And I'll come back to you with a future video on matching and mirroring. Does that sound cool? I think so. Anyways, have fun. You know what to do. Be awesome.